So you're thinking about moving to Summerville, South Carolina. Well, before you pack that U-Haul, there are some things you absolutely need to know that nobody's talking about. I'm about to give it to you straight, no chaser. The good, the real, and everything in between. Hey, I'm Shakima Chatman, your Charleston and Summerville relocation specialist. I help hundreds of families make the move to the Lowcountry, and today I'm breaking down everything you need to know about moving to Summerville. And I mean everything, from what neighborhoods are actually worth your money to what it's really like living here day to day. Now look, I could sit here and just tell you about the beautiful azaleas and the sweet tea, but that's not what you came here for. You want the real deal, right? You want to know if Summerville is actually the right fit for you and your family. So let's dive into what makes this town tick, what you should watch out for, and why so many people are choosing to call Summerville home. First things first, let's talk about where Summerville actually is and what that means for your daily life. Summerville is about 25 miles northwest of downtown Charleston, and here's what you need to understand. That commute can be anywhere from 30 minutes to over an hour, depending on where you're working and what time you're traveling. If you're working downtown Charleston or on the peninsula, you're looking at Highway 26 or 17A as your main routes. Now, 26 is faster when there's no traffic, but baby, during rush hour, it's a parking lot. I'm talking bumper to bumper from the moment you hit the merge. Here's my straight no chaser advice. If you're commuting to Charleston for work, factor in that drive time seriously. Test it during rush hour before you commit. But here's the flip side. If you work remotely or you've got a job right here in Summerville or in the surrounding areas like Goose Creek or North Charleston, you're golden. You get all the benefits of being close to Charleston without sitting in that traffic every single day. And speaking of location, Summerville puts you in a sweet spot. You're 30 to 40 minutes from the beach. You're close enough to Charleston for date nights and cultural events, but you've got your own established community right here. Now let's get into what you really want to know. Where should you actually live in Summerville? Because here's the thing. Summerville isn't just one neighborhood. You've got established areas, you've got new construction communities, and you've got everything in between. Let's start with the popular spots. Nexton is probably the biggest name you'll hear right now. This is one of the largest and most ambitious mixed-use developments in the entire Southeast. We're talking about a 5,000-acre community that's designed to be walkable and connected. You've got new construction homes, townhomes, multiple pools, miles of trails, parks, retail shops, restaurants, medical facilities, schools, right in the community. It's literally designed so you can live, work, and play all in one place. They've got different villages within Nexton, each with its own vibe. The homes are beautiful, the amenities are absolutely top notch, and the community events they host are constant. But here's the reality. You're paying premium prices for that lifestyle. We're talking 400 and up, and in some sections like Midtown or some of the newer villages, you're well over the 500s and 600s. But if walkability, amenities, and that connected community feel are priorities for you, Nexton delivers on all that. Then you've got Bay Plantation, and this is massive, y'all. Over 3,000 acres, and it's one of the fastest growing communities in the entire country. Cane Bay's got multiple builders, so you're going to see a variety in home styles and price points within the community itself. They've got resort style pools. I'm talking lazy rivers, splash pads, the works. Miles of trails, parks, a YMCA facility, and the community is continuing to add amenities. What I appreciate about Cane Bay is that it's designed for families. You see kids everywhere, riding bikes, playing at the parks, swimming at the pools. The schools that service Cane Bay are solid, and the community has that neighborhood feel even though it's huge. You're looking at similar pricing to Nexton, starting in the 350 to 550 plus range, depending on the builder and what section you're in. The location is a little further out, so your commute to Charleston is going to be a little longer. But if you work remotely or locally, that's not an issue. Now, here's one that's really unique in picking up steam. Carnes Crossroads. This is South Carolina's first agrihood. And if you don't know what that means, let me break it down. It's a community built around working farms and agricultural land. We're talking about a neighborhood where you've got community gardens, farm to table experiences, and farmers markets right in the community in that whole sustainable living vibe. You've got multiple builders in there, a variety of home styles from traditional to modern farmhouse, which fits perfectly with the agrihood concept. And they've built some great amenities, including a resort style pool that will make you swear you're on vacation, and a state of the art fitness center and a farm store where you can purchase fresh goods using credits from your HOA fees. Price wise, you're looking at about 450,000 to 600,000 plus, depending on the builder and lot. What I really like about Carnes Crossroads is you get larger lots, and a lot of these other new developments just won't give you that. Plus, you got the whole farm forward lifestyle. It's something that is just completely different. If you're into that locally sourced farm fresh lifestyle, or you want your kids growing up understanding where their food comes from, this might be your spot. Plus, this location puts you close to I-26, which can be convenient for that Charleston commute. Now, if you want more established neighborhoods with mature trees and a lot more character, look at areas like Ashboro, Sawbranch Mill, the Summit, or Westcott. These neighborhoods have been around longer, and you get more square footage for your money. And you're still in great locations. You're not sacrificing quality, you're just getting homes that have been lived in, with trees that actually provide shade and neighborhoods that have that established feel. Here's what no one tells you in Summerville. You can still find homes in the 200s and $350,000 range, but they're going fast, and you might need to compromise on location or condition. The market is competitive, especially for well-priced homes in desirable areas, but they're out there if you're willing to look beyond the newest, shiniest developments. And one more thing about neighborhoods, pay attention to HOA fees. Some of these new communities have HOAs running 100 to 200 a month. Nexton, Bay, and Carnes, they all have HOAs because you're paying for those amenities. So that adds up to about 1,200 to 2,400 a year. So factor that into your budget. Make sure you're actually going to use those pools, amenities, and trails you're paying for. Hey, real quick, if you're finding this information helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. I drop new videos every single week about moving to Charleston and Summerville, and I give it to you straight every single time. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. All right, let's talk schools, because if you've got kids, this is probably your number one concern. Summerville is mainly in the Dorchester County District 2 overall. It's a solid school district. You've got some really strong elementary schools and good middle schools and several high schools. Some of the top rated Dorchester 2 schools include Newington, Joseph Pye, and Alston. And so for high schools, you get Summerville High, which is the oldest, and then you've got Ashley Ridge and Fort Dorchester. Fort Dorchester consistently ranks well and has strong athletics and academic programs. Now, on the flip side, Berkeley County also serves Summerville, like in the areas of Cane Bay. These high schools, Cane Bay High School in particular, are also well sought out. So here's my advice. Look at the actual schools, not just the district ratings. Go visit them if you can. Talk to parents in the area. Check out the individual school ratings online. Every school has a different vibe and different strengths. Beyond schools, Summerville is incredibly family friendly. You've got Azalea Park right in the heart of downtown, and you've got multiple YMCAs within Summerville. Towns of youth sports leagues and a real sense of community. People actually know their neighbors here. You'll see families out walking, kids riding bikes, people sitting on their front porches. It's that kind of place. Let's get into the money talk. What is actually going to cost you to live in Summerville? The good news is that compared to a lot of other places people are moving from, Summerville is still relatively affordable. But compared to what it was 5 years ago, it's definitely gone up. Your biggest expenses are going to be housing and transportation since you might be commuting. The median home price in Summerville right now is hovering around $350,000 to $375,000. But like I said earlier, you can find homes for less if you're willing to look at older construction or neighborhoods a little further out. Property taxes in South Carolina are relatively reasonable compared to states like New Jersey or California, but that is something to factor in. You're looking at about 0.5% to 0.7% of the home's assessed value annually. Now, here's a hidden cost nobody talks about: flood insurance. Depending where you buy in Summerville, you might need it. Some areas require it, some don't, but you need to check that flood zone map before you make an offer. Flood insurance can run you anywhere from a few hundred to a couple of $1,000s a year, depending on your zone. Now, sales tax is 9% in Dorchester County, and South Carolina does tax groceries, which catches a lot of people off guard. But here's the upside: there is no state tax on Social Security benefits, which is why you see many retirees moving here. Now, let's talk about what it's actually like living here day to day. Summerville calls itself Flower Town in the Pines, and honestly, it lives up to that. Springtime here is absolutely gorgeous with azaleas everywhere. The downtown area is charming. You've got local shops, restaurants, the farmers markets, and events throughout the year. It's got that small town feel, but you're not lacking amenities. You've got your Targets, your Walmarts, your chain restaurants, and increasingly more local spots opening up. Here's the real talk. Summerville is growing fast, like really fast. That means you're getting more restaurants, more shopping, more things to do, but it also means more traffic, more construction, and that small time vibe is shifting slowly. Some people love the growth, some people miss how it used to be. You need to know that going in. The weather is humid. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The weather is humid. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Summers are hot and sticky, and you're going to run that AC from May through September. But winters are mild. You get 1 or 2 cold snaps, but you're not shoveling snow. The community here is welcoming, especially to families. There's a strong military presence because of the nearby base, so there's a built-in understanding of people relocating here. You'll find you'll fit in whether you're coming from up north, out west, or from any other southern state. All right, so here's what I want you to do. If you're serious about moving to Summerville or anywhere in the Charleston area, I've put together a comprehensive 2026 Charleston and Summerville relocation guide that breaks down all the information and more. We're talking neighborhood comparisons, school ratings, cost of living breakdowns, moving timelines, everything you need. You can download it completely free. Just click the link in the description below. Or call me directly at 843-532-0330. And yes, I actually answer my phone. I'm not one of those agents who's going to send you to voicemail. I want to hear your story and understand why you're looking for Summerville and help you figure out if Summerville is right for you. Now, if you're not sure about Summerville and you're looking for other areas, check out my other video where I point out some other family-friendly areas in the Charleston community. And while you're at it, subscribe to this channel if you want to hear more about the Summerville Charleston living. I'll see you on the next one.